Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader, and we're doing another reading vlog, but we're gonna keep with the theme of start a new series with me. So, because I recently, in the last haul, y'all see that up in the corner somewhere, got a bunch of new stuff. I got a bunch of first volumes, all right? My Hansama box is not here yet, so we're not gonna be talking about those volumes, though they may show up in this at some point. Today is Friday, and let's just get started, okay? So, I am almost done with Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku, Volume 1. So, yep, gonna keep on reading that. Oh God, and of course, I just got paint on myself because I was doing little arts and crafts for Christmas. Now, I can't tell y'all what it is because those crafts are for people who watch the video, so you'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, we've got I want a gal gamer to praise me, Volume 1. Definitely want to start this. We've got Yes, No, or Maybe, Volume 1. We also have A Suitable Fetish, Volume 1. We also have a Checkmate, Volume 1. A little bit longer, but I think I can get through it with this one. Had to add When the Villainess Seduces the Main Heroine. Okay, hello. We've got to read it. We also have Guilty Smile, Volume 1. Okay, same lustiness that we like to see, all right? We also have Sweet Room Escape, Volume 1. Yeah. And then these two, I believe, are one-shots, so I think, okay, it makes sense. I will probably start with these after Wotakoi is my plan. I've got Play Me Softly. This doesn't have a number on it, so I'm assuming that this is just a one-shot. And same thing with the second alpha. There's no number. If I'm wrong, we'll find out. We'll find out together. But this is an Omega romance. Yeah. I'm getting into them. Now, I don't know if I will end up... I will. I'm going to start it at the very least. I want to try The Perks of Being an S-Class Heroine. I got this just based off of the cover, and the fact that I think this is done in 4 or 5 volumes. I'm pretty sure I remember this, someone saying that this is short. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. What can we do? But yes, so these are the things that I want to read. I'm gonna try to keep things short. I know I keep saying that, but I'm still gonna try. So nobody can say I didn't try, am I right? So without further ado, let's get into reading these things. So like I said, I'm going to start off with finishing Wotakoi, and then I'm going to get into the second alpha and then Play Me Softly. So those will definitely be happening within the next hour. I don't know what time it is. Then we have, let me count because I didn't count before. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I have 7 other volumes that are first in a series that I want to read. Oh wait, 8. This one got, this one's so much smaller than all of them that it was on the side. Almost missed it. And then eventually, at some point, I will be continuing on with some series that I started, some that you guys saw in my last reading vlog. So yes, I'm gonna pop on Lord of the Rings as I do and read these. So I'll see you in a second. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so different side of the sofa because I am fully comfortable over here. The heat blanket is on, multiple blankets are on top of me. I'm feeling pretty good. So I did manage to read 3. We're gonna start off with Wotakoi. Now, like I just said, I'm over here now. I don't feel like getting up and getting anything. So the first volume of Wotakoi is over there. Luckily, I had the second volume. So we already know I'm going to be reading the second volume since I own it, but first volume, really liked it, really enjoyed our main couple that we see on that first on the first volume. I don't know how I feel about this couple. Without getting into like a long tangent, I would not want to hang out with them for too much. for too long. I've actually sadly like been in that situation where you're friends with another couple and they argue in front of you, and it's really, really uncomfortable. So I really don't like their dynamic. It seems very toxic. I don't even understand why they argue. And if they don't like each other, just be friends. I assume that when they are alone and it's time to have sex, yeah. I assume that that's what's going on. I'm assuming that that is what is keeping them together, because while they do have certain things in common, like so much about their personalities are so opposite and different, and they didn't like each other when they were in high school. Like, that's how they met. So I'm not really sure why they're together in the first place, but that's okay. All in all, very funny so far. I will be continuing on with the series. I have volume 2. I think I put volume 3 and 5 on my Christmas wish list because I bought 4 and 6 used from Second and Charles a few weeks ago. So either way, I will have I have the second volume here. I will be continuing on. I like it. It's a bunch of like short little stories as you go. Like I said, I do like the dynamic of the couple that's on the cover of the first volume. They're fun. Next, I read Play Me Softly. I liked this for the most part. I don't enjoy this character. He pissed me off. He pissed me off quite a bit. Just because it's like, open your fucking mouth. Ask. I'm not here to say I'm the best communicator. Okay, I certainly am not. But why are you trying to piss me off right now? Because that's what you were doing. Open up your mouth, ask him what the fuck he meant. Like, Jesus Christ. But it's two guys who knew each other in high school. Something happened between them, and once they graduated, they never spoke again. They both have kind of been pining for each other, but one of them, I don't understand. I mean, how could you not pick up that signal? It was blatant. It was blazing about what the intentions were. But okay, who am I? Whatever. That just annoyed me. But anyway, I did like the story. I liked that they had this like little history in the past. It's like 10 years later, and they cross paths doing a after work hobby because now they're adults. They both have full-time jobs. He has always been into the band, and he decides later in life that he wants to join the band. Obviously, this is tied to his experience with him back in high school. I thought that was very cute. They were definitely having intercourse, and I liked it. One thing I didn't like, though, was that there's just like the second story that's in the middle and it's two completely different characters. I mean, unless I'm missing something, I have no idea how these people are related. I don't think they are. So I liked this dynamic, but then the second story is two guys. One's a lawyer. Don't know why we're being told that. I don't need to know this man's profession. He is going to the pharmacy because he's sick. He has a crush on the pharmacist. He assumes that the pharmacist is straight. The guy who's a lawyer, he goes to a gay bar, his local like spot that he's like well known to be in by like the bartender or whatever. Bartender's like, oh, so good to see you. Hey, we got a new face. Hey, it's the pharmacist. Oh my God, what's going on? Is he rolling into men? Yes. Yes, he is. And we're about to fuck. But I just kind of felt like I would have rather seen more from them than seeing the second story. That's just me. Was it kind of fun? Sure, but it could have been its own thing, actually. I actually would have preferred if it was its own thing. Maybe it is in some other universe by this mangaka. I don't know. But yeah, liked him. He's there. He's there too, I guess. And then I read the second alpha. Cried. Just a little. Not boohoo sobbing, but I shed a tear. I get emotional anytime I read something that involves the death of a spouse. So, trigger warning for that. It was just too much. It was just too much. I can't help it. I just get so emotional thinking about it. But did I mention this is an Omegaverse? Probably this would have been the best one to start with. But you know what? Sometimes you have to jump in the deep end and you accidentally end up reading the craziest one ever, which is Alpha Wolf Girl, Omega Wolf Boy. Or you're just me. What I did like about this was I like the romance. I like the ending. this character, he kind of pissed me off too a few times, but so did he. Like, I don't like miscommunication. I don't like when people don't speak up. Say what the fuck you mean and what your intentions are, please. But some of the positives are it gives you a breakdown at the very beginning of the world of Omegaverse. So I got a little explanation. I have been informed in the comments, but it was still nice to like see it down there. It talks about the 6 unique sexes, the Omegaverse subgenre, population distribution. There's more betas than there are alphas or omegas, and it seems like there's even fewer omegas. But then they give you a little diagram of how they're having children. Totally fine with me because I liked the way this one ended. And yeah, I thought this was really cool. It gave you a breakdown of a bunch of stuff. Talks about mates, talks about heat inhibitors, which I guess is the pheromones part. I didn't read that, but the pheromone thing is always going to piss me off because it is not my fucking fault. But what can you do? This is just how it works. But yeah, in the end, even though these two pissed me off a bit, I did really enjoy this. Seeing the flashback to one of the characters with their former spouse made me really sad, but also it was very, very sweet. And then I really loved the ending. I thought it was really great. So it is like 9 o'clock now. I'm not too tired to go to sleep, but I'm too tired to read anymore. So I'm gonna go upstairs and play Palia because I'm finally getting back into it. I'm trying to get better about playing on my gaming PC regularly because we've switched up the layout, which I will be showing you guys after this since I'm going upstairs and it's dark and you get to see the full effect of the lights. But yeah, I need to play more, and because I don't play games regularly, I get really frustrated when I don't make progress. But how the fuck are you gonna make progress if you play once a month? The math isn't mathing on that one. So that is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm leveling up. I'm trying to get better about Paleo and then playing other games with Devin. Like if I just get used to playing more games, I will have a little bit better coordination. Let's hope, you know? But yeah, so I'm gonna end this portion of the vlog here for now, as far as the reading is concerned. Tomorrow is Saturday. I do work all day, but hey, if there's time in between, I will read a little bit and then we will come back and finish a lot of the stuff that I talked about wanting to start those first volumes. And yes, so it's exciting. I can't wait to take you guys upstairs. Devin also added a bunch of other new lights to our tree that were way too long to fit our tiny tree, but it ended up being really cool. So I might give you guys a little tour really quick before we go upstairs so you can see it. But yes, I will see you guys in a second, but also tomorrow. Okay, so you can see, and this is gonna be a little wobbly, I'm sorry, you're still on the tripod. You can see that the lights were very, were very big. It's like 99 feet or whatever. So he wrapped it around the tree. Devin did this when he came home. Got around some of those plants. Please don't judge me. I know they don't look that great, but we're trying. And then we had so much left over. We put it around the books and my family photos. Very, very excited. We basically are trying to transition all of our like RGB smart lights to Govee. We used to have pretty much predominantly Philips Hue, but those are really expensive and they're okay. No offense to them, because I do have a Philips light bulb behind me in my regular lamp, but we like Govee. So if you're interested in some lights like this or any of the other lights that you're gonna see like throughout the video, I got a new lamp in my office. I got a bunch of stuff. So did Debbie. I would definitely say Govee seems to be like a really nice brand. I'm enjoying what I've gotten from them. But yeah, so this is the lighting setup for Christmas. It feels even more like Christmas to me, which makes me very happy. All right, so we are going to make our way upstairs now. Alrighty, you guys, so I'm gonna try to not let you guys see the mess that is upstairs, but starting off strong with the mini fridge, okay? Fully stocked with Diet Coke and Sprite Zero. That's my drink of choice. I have this little bookshelf that you guys have seen before. Sorry, it's kind of dark. I don't want to turn the light on. I want you guys to get like the full experience of like the lights that I bought. But we have some One Piece figures, Fairy Tail, and then that time I got reincarnated as a slime, Chopper print, and then a bunch of manga that I have either read or don't feel like reading right now, like Berserk. I don't really feel like getting into Berserk at this moment. Then onto the computer. I have to be careful because this side has a bunch of very, very lewd stickers on it. So I'll try not to show that. But this is Devon's old computer. It is fucking huge and it's really good. Got Govee lights here, Govee lights below. We've got this keyboard that his friend made me. So nice. Here are my monitors. I've got 2. Then this is the thing I was the most excited for, was doing this corner. So when this was in the same room as him, I had some of these prints up, not all of them, but I only had room for that first cubed bookcase. I went ahead and built this one from Target. It's like 20 bucks, and put some prints up as best as I could. I have a bunch of Sunny Angels and some manga that I've completed, others that I haven't. So like I haven't finished reading Naruto, or really started reading Naruto, but I've got Call of the Night, all the volumes that I've read, Mob Psycho, Sweat and Soap. So yeah, this is my cute little gaming area. I just wanted to give you guys like a cute little quick tour as much as possible. And yes, I'm about to play Palia now, so exciting. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so it's Saturday and it is 8:17. After I talk to you guys about what I'm going to read, I'm actually going upstairs to play Palia and also join Devon in his book club in Discord. Devon has gotten into reading in the last few months, which is really, really exciting. So I have my little reader husband, which is cool. We're going to be talking about Sorcery of Thorns. And hey, if anybody wants to join the book club, I'll put the information down below. And if you guys want to get involved, these are going to be regular fantasy books, though. They're not going to be manga. Devon doesn't know how he feels about reading manga yet. He gets kind of confused in like the order that you read the panels, which I just think is so cute. So maybe one day. Or I'm wondering if Devon might get into light novels, if they're fantasy. Yeah, he might like that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing after this. So I wanted to let you guys know what I read really quick. I'm going to save the best for last because out of the 3 things I read, I liked 2 more than everything, but 1 is my favorite. So we're going to start with Guilty Smile. Interesting, okay? So it was really cool because this is based off of a light novel, and the author of the light novel actually wrote the afterword and kind of described the characters a little bit better. This is definitely interesting, but also extremely beautiful. I mean, the cover, the pictures that are within, especially of Khalifa, the main male character. Yeah, very, very beautiful. Basically, years ago, I'm just going to read the back because I'm bound to ramble. Revenge is a dish best served hot. When Princess Layla's kingdom falls, she has one final duty: to act as a body double for her twin sister and face death at the hands of a rebel leader, Prince Khalifa, who just happens to be her first love. Princess Layla's ruse to deceive the prince by impersonating her sister works, but it turns out he has other plans for her, seeking revenge on the princess who imprisoned and tormented him. Khalifa puts a curse on Layla that forces her to submit to his every whim. Can she endure the grudge of a man who she once loved in order to protect her sister, or will she accept her role as a doll that lives only to serve him? The sex isn't consensual, so we'll start out there, okay? He used to be the prisoner of Layla's father, Layla and Malika. Malika, who was a little demon spawn, used Khalifa as her pet and she tortured him. But while he was being tortured by Malika, he was being comforted by Layla. And he was very confused because he had no idea that they were twin sisters. So he has never actually confirmed the identity of Layla ever at all. So he has been grappling with, like, is Layla Malika? Is Malika Layla? Are they two different people, or is Malika just got a bunch of different personalities going on? So when he takes over the kingdom, he doesn't understand or doesn't realize that Layla is impersonating Malika, and all of these things that he has harbored, all of this anger and frustration, rightfully so, he inflicts all of that on Layla, but thinking that it's Malika. So not everything's consensual at first, just so you know. But you can tell that he is somebody that is like very deeply like, I mean, physically scarred and mentally scarred. Layla has always been adoring her sister because her sister has been manipulating her for a really long time, since no one knew of Layla's existence because of some superstition, just very, very ridiculous, within the kingdom. She has always been kept a secret. And so the only person who has really been interacting with her and treating her decently, I guess you could say, is her twin sister Malika. But Layla has a very like skewed view of Malika. Like, she doesn't realize how sadistic Malika is. So when she impersonates Malika, when the kingdom falls, she just assumes that she's going to be killed, and later on Malika can assume the throne. Like, she can rally an army and get Khalifa out of there. But all this time, Layla has always really loved Khalifa because of them interacting during his imprisonment. So yes, that's about the gist of it. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it was really good. It was a little frustrating at first, but I did like it. I'm definitely going to continue on with it. I would probably even read the light novel, because I think we would definitely get more into Khalifa, what his internal struggles are, and then Layla. And I want to know, like, if we get a little bit of insight into Malika, because she's a real fucking freaky bitch, man. She's sick. Next up, I really, really liked I Want a Gal Gamer to Praise Me. This was so cute. I really like this. Now, there is a lot of fan service in it, and they are teenagers, so I'm not a fan of that. But I think that she is so adorable. I would want to be her friend in real life. I would want to be friends with the three characters that we meet. Her, the guy who she basically helps teach how to play this game, and then the friend that he meets, that I'm sure this friend and, what's her name? Oh, Rion. When Rion meets the other person that's his friend, I think it's going to be really interesting, because clearly people like the main male character, and he's very oblivious to any girl actually thinking that he's worth liking, which, like, that's annoying, but at the same time I feel like that's really, it's pretty realistic. I mean, I was not a young boy growing up, but I was a young girl one time, and I definitely had my moments of pining and also thinking no one could possibly like me, but then, like, yeah, people had crushes on me. It was nice. But yes, I will absolutely continue on with this. I liked this. I think this was really cute. So this is Yen Press. I don't know. I wonder if I could find this used, but I don't mind. I don't mind buying this not used. It's 13 bucks. You know, I mean, when the fuck has that ever stopped me from buying anything? So this is really cute. Yes, I will definitely be reading this and continuing on. But the one I love the most, when the villainess seduces the main heroine. I loved this. I want more of this. Thousands and thousands of more things to read, to see, because I absolutely love this so much. I love their little relationship with each other. I like the fact that basically Akiya, the blonde with the huge knockers, she has been betrothed to the prince for years. He saw her one day and just was so obsessed with her that he wanted to marry her, but she's not really interested in him. She just kind of puts up with him because she kind of has to. I don't remember what her title is, but she is like of noble birth as well. And she kind of just, day by day, she knows that she doesn't really like him that much, and she knows that she likes women more, but I think she just kind of resigns herself to, this is the life I'll live, and, you know, maybe I can have something on the side, and I'll just deal with this. But then, even though everybody in the kingdom knows that the prince is betrothed to Akiya, somebody climbs up the ranks and kind of steals him away. And that is, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's S-E-I. Is it Sei? Is it Sai? I don't know, but I really, really like her character. So she basically is a commoner who was adopted by, like, I don't know, like a duke or something. Like he's kind of up there, but he's nowhere near even what Akiya is. Thank you very much. And he basically abuses her, but he also says, you know, you could try to hook up with the prince and see if like you could be the princess and blah, 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 blah. So she uses her feminine wiles to get involved with the prince because she's like, oh, I'll take him away from Akiya, because everybody has been hearing these rumors of Akiya that she's like this evil person, that she's a villainess. But as soon as Akiya lays her eyes on Rei, she is absolutely obsessed with her, and she's like, I love her, I want to be with her, I don't care how it works, but I have to have Rei. I think it's Rei. I'm pretty sure it's Rei. So the prince wants to throw off his engagement with Akiya, and Akiya's like, you know what, fine, that's fine, you suck, here's why, but I'll take her off your hands because I'm gonna do her right. And guess what? Rei just hops on along, and it is just so cute. I love it. I love Akiya's housekeeper. She is so cute. I love the cat. I don't know, like I'm definitely going to continue on with this because it's just too good. I don't know if this is a light novel as well. If it is, I will absolutely read the light novel because I like it so much. I want the second volume immediately. I'm sorry. The cat, like I can't get over how cute this cat is, but also look at how sexy Akiya is. She's just so fucking pretty. And she is just obsessed with making sure that Rei is satisfied because the prince was never able to actually do that. So I'm really enjoying this. Alrighty, so I'm gonna keep it short. We're almost done. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other volumes that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I don't think I'm in a reading slump, but I'm definitely not reading as much as I did the last reading vlog I put out for you guys, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep going. Tomorrow is Sunday. I will be reading, but I'm also gonna be working and hanging out with my family. So I might see you guys on Monday instead. We shall see. But yes, I'm about to go upstairs. I'm going to hang out with Devi, play Palia, and I don't know, watch Sword Art Online. It'll be so much fun. So I'll see you guys again. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so today is Thursday. It's been quite a few days since I last saw you. Why? Because last time I saw you guys was Saturday. Had a great night in terms of the book club that Devin did. Went great, had a lot of fun doing it, had a lot of fun talking to everybody. I stayed up a little bit, and I think I do have clips of me starting to play Infinity Nikki, and then I transitioned back to Palia. Fantastic night. And then I try to go downstairs with socks. The steps leading up to the upstairs has carpet, and I fell down the stairs. So my elbow, it actually looks like a lot better, but my ass has a bruise on it, y'all. So luckily I only fell like on the last step at the very bottom of the stairs. Just a combination of carpet and socks and just not, I guess, holding on to the railing, and your girl fell. My ass still hurts, okay? It still feels like there's a knot right on the left butt cheek, right at the crack. So I'm healing bit by bit. But yeah, so that happened to me. but we're back, baby. I gave myself some days to, you know, feel bad for myself and then hang out with Debbie, obviously. And I've just been working, but we've come to the end of the vlog because I've read quite a bit and I'm very proud of myself. We got this much read in that time since Saturday, so I'm very proud. So without further ado, let's end this mother chucker by talking about the other things that I read. So I'm gonna start with the things that I didn't really like all that much. First was A Suitable Fetish. Not terrible, just not my favorite. I can see myself continuing on with this, but not buying physical copies. It was just okay. So if I can read this online somewhere, I probably will. But basically the gist is coworkers, office coworkers. Y'all know I like those. She is what I assume is a very sheltered woman. She went to an all-girls school. I get the impression that she has been a virgin or, you know, just never finally gets to have sex until this guy. So one day when she was in high school with her female friends, a porn comes on and all the other girls are very disgusted by it, but she is fascinated by this pornography. And since then she has basically been obsessed with, I don't know the word, but it's like the Kama Sutra, basically a bunch of different sex moves in this book. And every single time she dates some guy, she tries these out, but something always goes wrong and the guy gets hurt. So that's why I feel like she's a virgin, that the kind of sex she wants to have involves these more, not even necessarily advanced sex moves. They just like involve like, put a little tie, you know, wrap a little rope around you here or there. I guess a little light BDSM, if you will. But the thing is that, so she seems very sheltered, but then she just bursts out, asks her coworker if they can have sex on a work trip together. And to me, I just don't see that happening. The thing that I did like about it was that he really likes to be, he's more submissive. And he's interpreting some of these things that she's doing as her being like more like a dominatrix. Not like a dominatrix, but she's more assertive, more dominant. So he kind of goes along with the things that she wants. Things happen that are very funny because, like I said, she will try out these sex positions, they don't work, and then her partner gets hurt, and then the guy's like, this is just too much for me. So that kind of happens, and it was a very funny moment. But her just blurting that out, really, it just didn't seem like that would really happen based on her personality, but I don't know. So yes, would I continue reading this? I don't see why not. I think it might be fun, but I don't think I'll buy another copy. Like, I won't buy volume 2. I'll try to read it online. Next was Checkmate. Yeah. This is one where I could see myself continuing on with the series, but I won't own the physical copy. Like, I won't get volume 2. Basically, it's these two former classmates. I don't remember their names, but, well, let me just look. So Soo-hyun is the brunette and Eun-sung is the blonde. So I'm just going to say brunette and blonde. So the brunette and the blonde both went to high school together. Basically, the brunette always was wanting to be number one, like top of the class, this, that, and the third. Not necessarily like top athlete, but just in terms of like academics. And he was always coming in second to the blonde. Now, it doesn't really seem like the blonde like put that much effort into it, and that is what made the brunette like go fucking crazy. Really, the brunette has very psycho tendencies, which not cool. Okay, he has always been obsessed and hated and envied. It's just a very weird mix of emotions. He's always been like so angry at the blonde dude. So many years later, they're adults, they have regular jobs. The blonde one gets in the news for some type of like incident at an art gallery with his mentor. And even though it's been quite some time since they've been around each other, the brunette just immediately, instantly, ooh, all my hatred is back. He decides he's gonna quit his job to become a reporter. I guess you could just do that. And then he is now going to stalk and harass the blonde to ruin his life because of stuff in high school. somebody needs to go to therapy. That's what I will say. The other thing I didn't like about it was the sexual assault. Was that even necessary? Like, I didn't really understand that, but just so you know, that happens very early on, and I definitely was confused by that. Like, okay, and then from there, everything that happens after that, it's just like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, the reason why I could see myself continuing on is because I want to know why the blonde destroyed the artwork, because something is wrong. Something is deeply, deeply wrong with his mentor. It seems like he was abusing all of the young men. I couldn't tell if there were women involved, but all of the young men who are in the art studio along with the blonde guy. And I think he did that because he was being abused by the mentor, and the mentor was trying to steal his work. So that's what I'm actually interested in, because like the brunette still is trying to like get revenge against the blonde, but you know, he's a reporter now. So even though he's trying to take the blonde dude down, he still has to investigate this thing that has to do with the painting. And he starts to notice, okay, why do all these people seems like so skittish, and why do they have bruises all over them and like bandages? So that is what is intriguing to me. So yeah, I don't hate that I read it, but it wasn't my favorite. Moving on. Yes, no, or maybe. I really liked this. I could see this. I could see myself reading the light novel of this, but the way it ended, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. When is volume 2? Which I guess I should just go ahead and read a light novel at that point. But this was actually really good. This guy is a newscaster. For everyone who sees him on TV or meets him when he's at work, he is super polished, super professional. He is just perfection. But in reality, he is an asshole. He thinks that he is better than everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, maybe even a child, he thinks he's better than you. But he keeps this mask on at work, and he's very good at it. So good that his own mother calls him and will like say, I watched you on the news. It is so fucking freaky that you can trick all of these people into thinking that you're like a normal person, because you're not. So he has to work with this stop motion artist for his news channel. And the first impression goes okay, but they ended up running into each other when he is not acting like the mask that he has on TV. And luckily for him, he goes out with a mask on, so nobody actually knows that it's him, because he's like the complete opposite. He's like kind of frumpy, like he just wears like baggy clothes, goes out and eats a bunch of junk food. So he ends up hurting the stop motion artist. The stop motion artist is like, you know what, you're gonna help me because I have to do this thing for the news show. And they start to develop a friendship, possible relationship, but it really throws off the other the newscaster main character, because he's like, I'm technically being myself with him, but I'm hiding who I am because he's always wearing a mask. So anyway, I really liked the way that this went. I would continue on with the series, and I'm glad I read it. But of the 4 of these that I said that I was going to read, Sweet Room Escape. I liked this. We'll be continuing on with this one because this one was good. Basically, you have, what's this guy's name again? So Haruto, I actually don't know what he does. I don't know. He's like a business person. He travels for work, and his whole thing is when he leaves Japan, he is going to have sex, and he's going to have sex with men. He does not have sex with men in Japan. He doesn't want anyone to know that he's gay in Japan. But when he leaves the country, best believe he's going to be fucking. So he has some booty calls in certain cities and certain countries, and then he just kind of meets people. And one day when he goes to Paris, he runs into, on several different occasions, this German guy named Albrecht. We'll just call him Al. So, good looking guy. Haruto is like, ooh, this might be a potential guy I could hook up with. But when they have sex, it is one of the best situations that Haruto has ever had. And he's like, ooh, I can't get attached to this guy because I want to have no strings attached sex with people, even if it's a friends with benefits, but we're not in a relationship. But unfortunately for him, Al actually wants a piece of Haruto, and he wants to make him his man. And from there, it's just Al really wanting to, I mean, he does stalk him a little bit, but it's nowhere near what we saw in Checkmate, but mind you. It's not like that to that like weirdly like he kind of wants to kill him way. He just wants to date him. And I really liked it. I liked it a lot. But the way this one ended, I was like, I have to keep going because now someone's trying to interfere and y'all can't do that to me. Okay. All right, moving on. These are some that not first in a series, just ones that I have already read. So I finally got to read The Condemned Villainess Goes Back in Time and Aims to Become the Ultimate Villain, Volume 3. Why the fuck do I have to wait for Volume 4? I'm hoping that because I have the third light novel that we just go ahead and talk about what happened in here and then I learn some more, because the way this ended, bitch, don't leave me hanging like that. That really pisses me off. But this was very, very good. As usual, this is honestly one of my favorite villainess stories. It's so good. Then I read Volume 6, Seventh Time Loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life, married to her worst enemy. This was really good. Yeah, really good. There's not much to tell you guys about this one. It was just very good. I did read I Want to Do Bad Things With You, Volume 3. I like her, but she's a double agent and I don't like that shit. So she better not piss me off in Volume 4. That I know. But this was just so cute. I really love Mamori and Fuji so much. I ship the fuck out of them. It's so clear that he has a crush on her, but he's not really willing to admit that. I don't think he totally understands that he's experiencing a crush on her, but Mamori has a crush on him. Now, it kind of works the same how she keeps trying to tell herself we're just friends, but she clearly likes him more than a friend. It was just very, very cute, and I can't wait to read Volume 4. I just love I Want to Do Bad Things With You. And then, bitch, I didn't even read Call of the Night Volume 17, but guess what my dumbass did? I started reading Volume 18 and I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean that person died? And then I realized I didn't even read Volume 17. So, cried like a baby. Cried like a fucking baby. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and I was thinking about this morning when I finished Volume 18. I think that Call of the Night is a really, really slow burn. I can understand why some people might drop it before it's over, because I do think there are a few volumes that arguably you could say that they're filler. Basically, it's like when there's like a series, let's just say like a 4-book series of like a fantasy novel. Sometimes that second book in the 4-part series, that could have like been divided down the middle. Some of it put into the first book and some of it put into the third book, and we just have a trilogy. I get really, really annoyed when that happens with a fantasy, when it's just like, this was literally all filler and I didn't need to read this, and now I have to wait for the third book. I don't necessarily think that some of the story needs to be chopped away in Call of the Night, but like I said, I can understand why some people might drop it, because it's like, we are just constantly waiting for Ko and Mahiru to, like, it's everything that's happening with Ko, then we're putting Mahiru into it, and Kiku, now we're trying to chase Mahiru and Kiku, and it's a lot of like, you know, it's a lot of Sam and Frodo walking endlessly to you know, Mordor. It's just like, okay, let's get to the fucking point. But once the shit finally pops off, it's like, oh my god. And that's what happens in Volume 17. Ko and Mahiru finally are face to face, and that is not what I thought was going to happen, and I bawled my fucking eyes out. So fucking sad, dude. And then it got fucking worse in, what was it, Volume 18? No, I think it was the end of Volume 17. It got fucking worse. It made me cry even more. God, it was so good. And then in Volume 18, what is going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen with Nazuna and Ko. I'm really scared for what happens at the end of this series. And I think this series is 20 volumes. So I think I have 2 more volumes left. I could be wrong. I'm basing it off of the things I see on on Amazon and Goodreads. There's nothing after volume 20, but you never know. Things could change. But dude, it is so sad. It was such a sad volume 17. Volume 18 didn't make it any better. I don't know what is going to happen with Nazuna and Ko. I don't know what's going to happen to all these other vampires that have been in Ko's life. Is Ko going to decide that he's going to stay a human? I mean, he's technically a half vampire, but I mean, he doesn't have to drink blood. He's not like Nazuna. He's not a full-blooded vampire. So I don't know. It's just like emotionally, I was ruined. So I will say, like I said, I understand when people drop it, but I think that Call of the Night is really good. So if you have dropped it and you were thinking about picking it back up, look, I know I'm biased, but I would say pick it up because I think it's so good, especially these last 2 volumes. This one literally killed me. I mean, we have been seeing Ko and, is it Akira? I think it's Akira. I think that's her name. Desperately chasing Mahiru. And when they finally have that face-to-face, it's like, you know, they're still kids, but they all are dealing with such serious stuff. You know, the backstory for Mahiru is so fucking sad. Let me not talk about it. I'm going to start to cry. I will. Honestly, that was really, really sad. So anyway, that's it. That's what I've read so far. Like I said, today's Thursday. I don't know what time it is. I think it's like 8 o'clock. I do kind of want to continue watching A Business Proposal that I just started, y'all. I think I'm on episode 6. When I tell you A Business Proposal is so good, please watch that. Let's talk about it because I am freaking the fuck out. It's so good. So I don't know if I'm going to read tonight. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just read a regular book. But I've got some other things that I want to read. But I've done really well. So yes, thank you so much for watching my reading vlog. I hope you guys liked my Christmas book tag. I'm hoping to do another one soon. I also have a haul video to show you guys. Yes, I did. Nice some stuff. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Some of it is figures, but some of it is manga. I know. What can I say? But yes, thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on other social media. It's in the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.